Hi guys, I know you're tired, I know you're sad, I don't know you don't really want to go on anymore, but it's Friday and it's almost the holiday, so let's study some great poetry to send you off in good spirits. What could be better than listening to the sound of my voice recounting something that is truly great and magnificent, as is this poem, Long-Legged Fly by W.B. Yeats, who's a hero of mine that I spent years in my youth being slightly obsessed with. This poem is meant to illustrate what a romantic hero is, something we've talked about in class, but what is a romantic hero and how do romantics see their heroes? Should be said that Yeats is a bit later in time than the traditional romantics, but he's very influenced by them, and indeed very influenced by the idea of a romantic hero, and this poem is nearly perfect for illustrating it. I will be reading the poem, and I'll be just giving you the necessary context and details to understand what it's about. While I read, I would like you to think about two questions, and I want you to give me your answers after I finish reading. You may get a few minutes to discuss it with a partner. Anyway, the poem is about three romantic heroes. Caesar, whom you probably know from Roman history. Helen of Troy. I don't know if you've had ancient history yet, but she is basically the woman that started the Trojan War. The Greeks crossed the ocean to retrieve her from Troy after she ran away with a prince of Troy from her husband. Finally, Michelangelo, who is a famous Renaissance Italian painter. They're three very different people, but they apparently have something in common. And each verse, this poem has got three short verses. Each verse is about one of these three characters, and each of them will be compared to a fly. Each of them are compared to a long-legged fly. Long-legged fly. A long-legged fly is, in Danish, en skøjteløber, the kind of fly that can run across the surface of the water. And according to Yeats, these insects, they can feel the currents of the water with their feet, and when they feel the current stops, they move forward. So they move forward when they can feel that it's possible. And each of these characters is compared to a long-legged fly. The other thing I'd like you to consider is, what do these three romantic heroes have in common? What is it Yeats is celebrating? Caesar is a military leader and an empire builder. Helen is a beautiful woman, and Michelangelo is a great artist. They would seem to be different, but apparently they have something in common that Yeats is celebrating. Here is the poem. First verse is about Caesar, and it goes: that civilization may not sink, its great battle lost. Quiet the dog, tether the pony to a distant post. Our master Caesar is in the tent where the maps are spread, his eyes fixed upon nothing, a hand under his head. Like a long-legged fly upon the stream, his mind moves upon silence. Yes, and I think you can understand almost everything here. Caesar, civilization has lost a great battle. Caesar is the only man that can save it. He's in the tent and he's thinking, so please be quiet. And then you have the mysterious lines about the long-legged fly that it is your job to interpret. Second verse. Helen of Troy. That the topless towers be burnt, and men recall that face. Move most gently if move you must in this lonely place. She thinks, part woman, 3 parts a child, that nobody looks her feet. Practice a tinker shuffle, picked up on a street. Like a long-legged fly upon the stream, her mind moves upon silence. Yes, the topless towers, first line, topless towers is the walls of Troy, and Troy was said to have topless towers. They're so tall, they have no top, those towers in the walls of Troy. And for it to be possible for those towers to be burnt down, and men remember Helen's face, here she is from the movie Troy, men can remember this beautiful face, you have to be quiet, move gently in this lonely place. Because here, Helen, she's part woman, 3 parts a child, she thinks that nobody's looking at her, and while she's thinking, sort of unconsciously, her feet are practicing a tinker shuffle. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is sort of a game, and a shuffle is like when you in Danish, når du hinker. So she is shuffling. She's doing a shuffle, picked up on the street like a child, and then this mysterious line again. So yes, that's what it means. Final verse about Michelangelo, and it goes: that girls at puberty may find the first Adam in their thought. Shut the door of the Pope's chapel, keep those children out. There on that scaffolding reclines Michelangelo. With no more sound than the mice make, his hand moves to and fro. Like a long-legged fly upon the stream, his mind moves upon silence. And the story here with the girls at puberty who find the first Adam in their thought. This is the Adam that Michelangelo was painting. This is a very famous painting that we're going to go down and see in Rome, and aren't we looking forward to that? And Yeats, he had heard a story before he wrote this poem of an American tourist, an American young woman in puberty, going into the chapel and seeing this painting of Adam naked and fainting because, like, he's so hot, I guess. So that's the story in the first two lines, that it's, girls in puberty, instead of thinking about Justin Bieber, if Michelangelo paints this beautiful painting, they will think of Adam, a religious figure, instead of Justin Bieber. So in order for that to happen, you have to shut the door of the Pope's chapel and keep the children out, because up there, the scaffolding is stiles. You have Michelangelo, who's very quietly painting this poem, and again you have the mysterious line. So there goes the lovely, lovely, lovely poem that I really enjoy. I hope you can answer my two questions. I'll just repeat them here. Why are these three individuals compared to a long-legged fly? And what do the three romantic heroes in this poem have in common? What is Yeats celebrating? Yeah. Give me your answers, talk to the person next to you, and then give me your answers. Thank you very much, and enjoy your holiday.